Yo, what's up, ladies and fabulous YouTube VOD watchers? I'm a real prune since the last time you saw me. Just been chilling here in the pool, but welcome in, friends. Great to have you here for part 17 of Grand Theft Auto 5 with a therapist. I hope that you enjoyed part 16 and all the other parts leading up to it. It has been a pleasure to have you along for the ride. I hope the analysis has been enjoyable. Easy, Trevor. And I hope that the gameplay mayhem has brought a smile to your face. It has certainly been a lot of fun for me to do. As always, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave a like on the video. Also leave a comment if there's something you want to say to me about the playthrough at any point. And follow me on all the links down in the description. I stream live on Twitch at 9:30 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. So if you ever want to catch us live, we'd love to see you. All right, Trevor, let's get you out of this pool. He's about to have trench foot when he gets out of here. I also love how these women are just like, there's a man in our pool, and that's okay. Trench foot is real. Alrighty, what do we have? Oh, we have Nigel, I think. Yeah, let's go see what Nigel's got for us. Alrighty. Beautiful day here in Los Santos. Free to drive with the top down. Put a little DrMick on the radio. Must be a Sunday. Not a lot of traffic out here on the roads. Alright, radio off as we roll up to Nigel's. I do not recommend Googling trench foot, by the way, unless you want to be super grossed out.
Absolutely bonkers.
What's going on, Nigel?
It's like a foreign language. It's a true wonderland.
What do you mean I'm a pussy?
There you are, Jock.
Yeah, I got you that stuff.
Oh, great.
Where's your wife?
Mrs. Thornhill, she's not my wife. She's got a husband and two lovely kiddies at home. We met online. It's nothing sexual.
Where is she?
Well, she's been trying to throw herself under celebs' wheels.
Well, she can throw herself under my wheels anytime.
Oh, I knew you were funny, Jock.
Yeah.
I knew I would like you. Can I have a hug?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Come here.
I've got a protruding hip. It's not a semi.
John, you won't believe what's happened.
What?
Only Al Di Napoli walking. He actually walks.
He walks among us.
Well, then what are you freaks waiting for?
Well, that's a long story.
Of mistaken identity.
And a lot of lies.
Stalking is not what I would call it.
Nor me. I told the judge I thought it was unfair.
Yes, anyone's trousers could have come undone at that point.
Exactly.
Jolly bad luck, and we were such fans. If only we could talk to him.
Yes, I know it was only his lawyers and agents.
They ruin everything.
If we could only get him somewhere private. You see, like that little lockup I know.
No problemo.
Look, there he is!
Oh, shit. It's that crazy English bitch again.
Nigel, he remembers me!
To the chariot! Jock, you drive.
Quick! He's getting away!
Come on, Jock, get in.
I'm coming, Nigel. Jeez.
He's taking a left turn down the high street, Jock.
Why wouldn't we take my Corvette? Why are we taking your car?
Did you ever imagine we might get a private audience with Al Di Napoli?
Only in my wildest dreams.
All those nights spent role-playing in Mother's utility room. If only we'd known.
I loved him in The Redeemer. Oh, Nigel, do your Al Di Napoli line.
This is turban warfare, motherfucker.
It's uncanny.
Uncanny indeed.
Poor Jock must think we're batty. Oh, don't be silly.
Oh, I won't. Jock, do you see that lorry?
What the fuck's a lorry? Have a little faith. Anyone would think this was my first kidnapping.
I hear that behind his charitable public face, he's remarkably right-wing.
One can but hope.
Liberal in the bedroom, conservative at the border, Mrs. Thornton. I love this country.
Find out.
He's going into the car park.
The car park. No worries, mate.
What on earth will we feed the man?
I hadn't even thought of that. He probably eats sushi or quinoa. Is that even how you say it?
What if... Oh, my giddy aunt.
Everything okay there, Earl Crazy Cakes?
My prostate has taken quite a beating.
Do you have to lower the tone?
Glad to see you on the proper side of the road, dear boy.
Oh, I hope he likes us.
How could he not? This lockup you've prepared sounds charming.
This must be second. Is he going through the hospital?
Oh my God!
Hold on to your corsets.
What are we doing?
Seems rude not to follow him through the window.
Oh God! Oh no!
A little rusty on the old stunts, John.
We'll never catch him on foot. Not with Nigel's hip. Such a thrill.
Would you like me to escort your guest of honor to the trunk?
Well, if you don't mind.
Oh, come here, you. Come on. Come on. Let me meet your biggest fan. Huh?
You're fucking crazy.
Oh, it's
Get
Al
off
Di
me.
Napoli.
This would be terrifying.
You're good to go.
Ah, a true gentleman.
This is so exciting.
Nut jobs.
I have nothing to say. I have no analysis for the absurdity that just happened. They really did just kidnap him. Completely justifying it by their own personal sense of indulgence. Yikes.
Hey.
That was
Hey. Yo.
that was something.
Hey, man.
Due to your channel, loving the VODs as a writer, always love good insights into possible character motivations, internal logic. Keep up the great content. Night Owl, it is my pleasure. Thank you for popping in here to say hello.
I'm calling the police. Help! He's got my money.
Vigilante justice, a go-go. Oh, that guy's getting away on a scooter.
That guy. He jacked all my money.
I can't help you,
You're
man.
not gonna believe this shit. The store's been hit again. Hey, did you see that? Oh my God. What? Oh,
Yeah, I did. I'm not helping you.
Too. Crazy. It's not my fault. The guy had a gun. What was I supposed to do?
There are no cars on the side of the road for me to take.
Out you get, buddy.
You asshole! Yo!
Oh, shit.
right. What's your take on Rockstar's use of making them senior citizens instead of anybody else, though? Seems like a deliberate spin on what would otherwise be 1,000% creep. I'm sure it was deliberate. I have no doubt that it was deliberate. Why, though, is kind of an interesting thing to consider. Like, celebrity worship is a thing. That is something. I mean, all you got to do is go to Twitter to see that. And there is some evolutionary reasons for that. We perceive people who have a lot of resources and who have a shitload of positive social reinforcement as people that we should be connected with and around, because it, in a lot of ways, is a survival thing. But that doesn't justify what people will do to folks that they have a really deep, strong parasocial relationship to, which is essentially what this is. It's not an actual relationship. Because we have so much access to people now, and because we see celebrities as willingly going into the public eye, people like Nigel and I forget the lady's name, they will inappropriately assume that means that the celebrities consent to being in some form of contact with them. A common example of this actually is you see it with like porn and porn stars, where people will assume if they meet a porn star in real life that they have formed a sexual parasocial relationship with, that they're entitled to certain ways of engaging with a porn star outside of the realm of that porn star's work and their consumption of it, which is totally inappropriate. That's more of an extreme example, but people do this with celebrities all the time. We believe that we deserve to know about the intimate details of their lives in a way that none of us, I think, would want other people to do to us. And we load a lot of wishful identification into celebrities. We also project a lot of our own insecurities on them. And people like to have celebrities broken down as well, because then they can feel better about themselves. Breaking other people down as a means to make yourself feel better is a shitty way to boost your self-esteem and isn't actually a reflection of confidence. I know I went a little bit in the weeds here, but their obsession with celebrities could be anything. It could be trying to avoid the realities of their daily lives. It could be out of a sense of obsession and attachment to the parasocial relationship. It could be any number of things. But celebrity worship is a very real thing, and these are extreme examples, but people do this shit all the time. Just look at the crowds that go around certain high-profile celebrities when they're trying to eat lunch or walk on the street. People go nuts for this stuff. And it's kind of like, what's the point? Why do we care? Well, that's why we care. Now, I want to figure out with Franklin how to get up on top of this building. Oh, the other thing that I'll say about celebrities, too, is you can also think about celebrity worship culture the same way that we think about how we generally over-idealize folks who are wealthy, particularly the super wealthy, especially in the United States. There is a narrative that's injected into people, particularly in the United States, from a very early on. This idea that you can be anything. That if you work hard enough, you'll achieve whatever dream you want. Which, when you come to be an adult, you realize is bullshit. Like, literally, you have to have certain doors of opportunity open for you. But we look at celebrities and we look at super rich people, or we look at professional athletes, and it scratches this part of us that believes that that could be us, or that could have been us. And so we idealize that wishful aspect of what we are capable of. And we download that into these people, and we put pieces of ourselves into folks that have achieved things that we wish we could achieve and really do believe we are capable of achieving. And I think of all the groups that get idealized, professional athletes are the ones that are the most realistically represented as difficult to become. Because if you talk to professional athletes or listen to them, they will tell you that they had to work their asses off. Many professional athletes came from very little and had to bust their ass to get where they are. That is not always the case with like movie celebrities and the super rich and stuff like that. There are instances of that, yes, entrepreneurs who worked many hours in their garage, but the fact of the matter is it is such a slim chance that any of us are ever going to be in the absolute 0.01% elite of anything. And so we download that possibility into these celebrities and we idealize them for it. And so it becomes almost a personal, and this is a weird word to use, but almost a masturbatory exercise to engage in celebrity worship as a result of that. Because it's a way of trying to connect with what we believe we're capable of instead of with the reality of what it is that we can influence in the here and now and how we're living our lives.
Man, I need to get some health food in this damn house.
Yeah, you do, Franklin. Gotta slow up on those chips, friend. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of factors that go into a deal, for sure. All right, so I need to get to an airstrip. Do I go to Los Santos Airport and steal a chopper? I think that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be the most ambitious thing we've done with Franklin so far. If I got a mod in chat, we can do a prediction. Will I manage to get to the top of the tower on the first try? Because I'm literally going to the airport to steal a helicopter. So will I get up there on the first try? Yes or no? Chat to put a little skin in the game. Failure would be death. Making good time to the airport. I wish LAX was this easy to get to. Alright, here we are. Oh, not yet. Alright, because as soon as we go on the airfield, All right. We've had bad luck with security guards.
I don't like the look of you.
I don't like the look of you either. Alright, we gotta find a chopper and we gotta find one stat. Oh boy. Come on, if I was a chopper on an airfield, where would I be? Oh man. I'm not gonna steal a jet airliner. At least I wasn't planning on it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Helicopter, 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 helicopter. There's gotta be one. There's gotta be one around here. Are we at an airport? I don't think I can steal that. Oh man, oh man. Not good. This is not good. Alright, we're gonna try it. I don't think I can steal this. I really don't. Oh my god, I can. Oh my god, I can. Holy shit. Alright, strap in. Franklin's flying a plane. This is Dr. Mick Airlines flight number 2347 requesting clearance out of Los Santos International Airport. This is an emergency takeoff. We have a high police presence here on the tarmac. We're gonna use an unauthorized runway. And we're gonna hope we have enough clearance. Woo! We're climbing at a steady altitude here. We're gonna do a nice pass over Los Santos. Wow. That actually, I can't believe we were able to take this. We're going to climb to a nice cruising altitude, and then we're going to make a jump. Altimeter is... What are we at? Almost 2,000 feet. We still have to reach our maximum cruising altitude. Beautiful evening here in Los Santos. Alright, we're going to take a nice turn up here to the north. We're Gonna steadily climb. Folks, if you have large electronic devices, you're now able to use them at this time. We appreciate you keeping them stowed for the duration of takeoff. We're gonna reach a cruising altitude of about 4,000 feet, and we'll go ahead and level off. I'm going to be making a jump here, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to go ahead and let the plane come down into the ocean. You do have life support systems available under your seat. Definitely encourage you to use those. Remember, they inflate pretty quickly. Do appreciate you taking the time to fly DrMick Airlines. Just hoping I have a parachute, chat, because if I don't have a parachute, this is gonna suck big time ass. Woo! All right, now this is the moneymaker. Plane's going down. All right. Really? I got a police presence for crashing a plane in the middle of downtown Los Santos. How about it? Okay. Sorbitum, thank you for the Prime sub. This is do or die here, chat. Right? That could have been anybody's plane is right. Oh no. Did I miss it? Damn it. That's a fail. I hit the tower, but I didn't make it alive. I wasn't able to talk to him. That's a no. That's definitely a no. We're gonna try it again.
Hey, don't make me commit a 187, homie.
Oh! Damn it. This is so bad.
I did say failure is death. I did. Wow, we really... Alright, we got one more. One more try. One more try. We can do it. Doing it in a car this time.
Someone, he just stole my bag.
Don't care. Got a plane to catch. Driving like a bat out of hell. Woo!
Hey, remember me? It's Mama.
Why am I driving all the way back to the airport? So I can steal a plane and parachute onto the Maze Bank Tower. That's why. It does, Skog, but because I don't monitor my voice anymore, I don't know if it's still actually in my Go XLR. Like, I can't hear my own voice when I do it. So I don't do it anymore just because I have no idea what voice is going to happen. Like, right now, if I do this, like, I have no idea what I sound like right now while I'm doing this. If this is the pilot voice, I'll do this, but I have no idea what this is. It was a failure, Kaladnar. It was a failure. Oh, it sounds the same. Yeah, then I might not have it anymore. Thank you. All right. Can I steal a commercial airliner? Do we give it a try? Take the big boy out?
We are airborne and en route.
I don't think so. We're gonna take the. We're gonna. Oh, you'll never get me alive! You'll never get me alive! Come on, Franklin, get it fired up. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back aboard. Flight, we're gonna make an emergency takeoff here. Los Santos Police Department is unhinged. We got damage in the left engine. Oh, God. Oh, God. We are being chased by a police helicopter. It's okay. We can fly on one engine, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to hang tight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost the left engine. We are going to have to make sure we climb as fast as we can. I'm going to need you to make sure your seatbelts are fastened. Tray tables are up. There will not be any lunch service. I repeat, there will not be lunch service on this flight. However, flight attendants will be coming for a last call on alcohol. We have a nice... Oh, God. We have a nice assortment of beverages and dark liquors. Clear liquors at a premium. We do appreciate you joining us for the flight today. We expect a bit of a turbulent ride here with one of our engines blown out. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. I don't believe we're going to reach our cruising altitude. Also, you like how I'm flying with a windshield shot out? Oh, this doesn't sound good. Oh, man. Oh, we're stalling. Okay, we're out. See you later. Don't forget your tray tables. Man. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, round two. got this, Franklin. Beautiful, beautiful day here in Los Santos. Absolutely gorgeous. This is such a small target to hit. Come on, baby. Come on, man, old buddy. Don't let me down. I did hit the first time, but I did not survive. Oh, man. All right, Franklin. This is it. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Pay it out. Pay it out. Oh, did we not run it again? Oh. Alright, second. Is he not even up here? Oh man, I don't think he's up here. I did all this for nothing. Actually, no, we did it for the friends we made along the way. I hope I have another parachute. I don't. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. I don't know how we would have got out of that jam. I hope I have another parachute. That's tombstone worthy, yeah, right? Famous lad's words, Franklin Clinton. I hope I have another parachute. Oh man, I'm glad they were able to resuscitate me after that tumultuous fall. Well, all right, so my sense then is that all I have to do is go to this. I didn't have to go through all the pomp and circumstance. Right, asshole. Oh my God. All right. A lot of mayhem to start the day. So you know what mayhem needs is a little dude bro to go with it. Or did I just go to the wrong building? Wait, where did the... What? marker go? Alright, let's find our boy Dom. He's got to be around here. If he's not up top... Maybe I have to go down. Maybe I do have to go down below. Oh my lord. This guy is not worth the amount of effort I have to put in to get to him. Alright, don't die, don't die, don't die, Franklin. Okay.
That hurt.
I am really beating the shit out of Franklin today. I'm so sorry, buddy. God. We've seen Franklin faceplant on concrete way too many times today. Way too many times.
Sorry about that, sweetie.
Now it's your turn to faceplant on concrete.
Always Mick.
Down here by chance? Alright, we've got this. Go to the top of the maze tower to start this mission. I did go to the top of the tower to start that mission. I did! And he wasn't up there.
Later, dude. No, this has nothing to do with looking like Stacy from work. He's a goddamn mechanic, too. Hey, hey!
I wonder if I have to, like, make sure that the police aren't after me when I'm in the area. Like, I wonder if when I bail on the plane and it blows up, if that's part of what does it. Alright, whatever. We'll do some other stuff.
Unhand me, kind sir.
Oh, God. What are you doing, Trevor? I'll figure it out, Blue. We got Nigel stuff to do with Trevor.
I got cut by my own knitting needle last night.
Hey, Char.
Did ya? My God. Alright. Well, let's go see what Nigel's got for us then. Can't whip this thing around like you can the Corvette. Why are these cops mad? Does it have anything to do with the plane dive bombing civilians? No, they just don't understand. The cops are unhinged here. The cops in Los Santos are absolutely unhinged. Uh-oh. I honked. It's your fault. I honked. Right? The accident's not your fault if you honk. Because it means that people should have known you were coming. Pretty sure that's how that works. Wonder what Nigel did with this other guy. Oh god! Oh god! Oh shit! So sorry. So sorry.
You don't see this car here?
Oh boy, not driving well today. Not driving well today. Oh, Nigel. The hell are you guys at? What's up, bud? You okay?
Oh, he's making such a fuss, these celebs.
Oh, they're not like you or me.
Apart from you, Jock. Would you go and get him one of his favorite pizzas?
No.
Well, then I don't know what to do with him. I mean, he hasn't eaten for a few days.
You've kidnapped a major movie star, okay? Now, you can either leave him somewhere and hope he's been sufficiently scared shitless to stay quiet, or you can send him on the kind of trip he won't come back from.
Oh, a trip. Such fun.
Oh dear, what a palaver this is.
Decisions, decisions.
If you could just handle this, Jock.
Al is in the boot of the car. You'd be doing us such a favor.
I'm really not one for goodbyes.
I guess? I did not, Drusk.
What do you think he's doing?
Well, it's a very big decision.
What are we... There is an implication here.
Hello? Hey? Hello? What's happening? Who are you?
I'm the man getting you from A to B. A being the trunk of this car and B being a horrific scenario of my choosing.
Oh God, please no! I have money on me, lots of money.
Good to know, Al, good to know. I'll be sure to grab that after we're done.
Oh, shit, please let me go.
I thought you were a big, tough action movie guy.
Why would I have no reason to kill this guy.
Please, I'll do anything.
Ow, see, you can act. Don't listen to all those movie critics.
Are those crazy old pricks with you?
Just me and you, honey bun. Did you have fun with those two? They're harmless, aren't they?
They are not harmless. Those fucked up parlor games, the things that woman made me do to her feet.
Ah, you lucky boy. Older women are to be cherished, like a fine cheese. Sometimes the rind is the best bit.
What do you want? Cars? Drugs? What about art? I got shitloads of art. I know you wouldn't want that. Fuck!
You barely know me, Al, and you're already judging my cultural standing. I find that very offensive.
I'm gonna just quickly talk about why this is a scenario that would be super traumatic for this guy. Beyond, I mean, I know it might seem obvious, but this is a perfect example to illustrate this. We generally take our safety for granted, particularly when you're a person that has a lot of resources available to you to create extra layers of safety. The trauma for this guy, other than being in the back of a trunk, is that he is completely 100% out of control. his life is quite literally in my hands. And it is not common for people to experience something like this. We generally don't expect that we would ever be in this position. This would be utterly terrifying to be in the back of a car, locked in the trunk with a guy who could literally do anything. That absolute loss of control and the included sense of danger is going to likely create a trauma of many magnitudes for this guy. Because now his expectations of what's possible from the world has been forced to be expanded to a spot that so many of us choose to ignore because it would be terrifying and we'd all be agoraphobic if we thought about it too hard. But this guy literally got caught up in that. And the amount of time it will likely take for him to work through that trauma is, I mean, impossible to anticipate, but is likely not going to be a short period of time. That's the real trauma here. And it feels awful to be controlling Trevor in this moment with this guy pleading for his life in the back of the car. I'm going to let him go. But that's not going to change it. It doesn't make... I am not a benevolent God by letting him live here. It's the right thing to do. But it also doesn't make Trevor a good guy because he's letting this guy go. Trevor literally assisted in his kidnapping. Is it better than killing him? Yeah, but we don't have the moral high ground here. We have just traumatized the shit out of this guy. And I want to let him out in a spot that's safe for him so he doesn't run out into the middle of the highway. Apparently, I can't get off the goddamn highway. Holy shit. Alright. This is as good a spot as any.
I've decided to accept your kind offer on the understanding that you keep your mouth shut. Unless, of course, you want to be returned to serve fruit cake and Lady Screw-Loose back there.
No, I promised you. Here, take it all. Just let me go.
Hey, keep making terrible movies, Al.
$5K? Is he gonna get hit by a car? Nope. Alright. It's basically the same as what I said, but just different terms, Ella, for the most part. It's impossible to know the exact effect it would have on him, but... because there's a lot of, like, mediating and moderating variables to whether, you know, how a person responds to something that's traumatic, but... it's just a more complicated way of saying essentially the same thing I just said. I did. I got paid in one full skydiving attempt. It's a great point. We could give Franklin some money for his medical bills. I just went through the windshield? Holy shit.
If you ain't using it.
His car's in better shape than mine after that accident.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
I just waxed this puppy!
Oh, wait. This is Bouncy Bouncy Guy. More Bouncy Bouncy?
Don't beat yourself up. Think positive.
What's the matter? What's the matter, guy?
Tony. Oh, you nailed that bastard. All right, go ahead. She's waiting for you right upstairs, okay? Bouncy, bouncy.
All right.
Bouncy Bouncy. Again, we are making the assumption that this is purely consensual. This is a sex worker. She has agreed to this, or he has agreed to this, or they have agreed to this, and it's all good. Oh, what's up, Zine?
Tony. Hope you had a good time up there. Huh?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Bit skinny, but not bad. Where you know her from? You ain't the pimp type.
Pimp? No, she's my wife. She's my wife. I left my first wife and kids for her. Best decision I ever made. Oh, fantastic. I mean, she's been the making of me.
Whatever gets you off, man.
Listen, if you're up for it, do you remember that house on Eclipse where...
Hello, Zine. Hello, friends of Zine. I'm DrMick, licensed couple and family therapist, PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games like Grand Theft Auto 5, and we use them to illustrate various psychological concepts. I pause the game a lot, and I analyze a lot, and you have come in at a time where I'm going to analyze something. There's two ways for me to analyze this. Thank you for the sub, Zine. Okay, so... 2 avenues. We do not have enough information. So one of the first things that every single person watching this video, whether here live or whether on YouTube, needs to keep in check is you do not have enough information to make a judgment on what is going on here. You do not. Now, there can be things that we are afraid might be the case here, but we do not know whether they are or not. So I'm going to give 2 possible explanations for what's going on here. The first is, this could be an entirely consensual arrangement between this guy and his wife. This could be something that they have both agreed to, that they have jointly involved themselves on, that they have decided is a perfectly appropriate use of their relationship and is perfectly acceptable for them sexually. It is entirely possible that that could be the case. Where this guy's like, hey, you know, we're cool with opening our relationship up to external sexual parties. I can use it as reward for people doing some work for me. She says, yeah, that's great. Maybe there's some sort of kink that they're into as it relates to that, and it allows them to role play something, and they're both in on it, and it's perfectly consensual, and all parties involved are fine. And if that's the case, cool, more power to them. That's number 1. Number 2 is the one that I'm sure most people are likely afraid of, which is that there is a power dynamic in this relationship, in this marriage, that is being exploited, maybe unwillingly or maybe forced willingly via that power dynamic for his wife to be used for sexual gratification of customers for this guy. And if that's the case, then yes, this is absolutely disgusting. And Trevor had a moment here where he had to headcanon this for himself because he didn't get that information until after. Now, could Trevor have asked? Sure. right? But as far as he knows, again, everything was consensual here. He has this moment where he goes, holy shit, was this possibly non-consensual? And he kind of scrambled and went, okay, man, I'm going to take your word for it that this is something that's consensual. If it's not consensual and this guy's exerting power in order to get his wife to do these things with external parties, then yeah, this is disgusting. This guy is loathsome, and we've got a real problem here. Even if this is consensual, still ew. I completely and vehemently disagree with that. If this is all purely consensual, then any judgment of it being disgusting is that's our judgment. That is our value that we are exerting force on another relationship with, which is no different than saying that it's not cool for people to consent with certain people and not others in terms of like adults. Like this, if it's consensual, then this is everything's fine. Hunky-dory. There's nothing wrong with it. If it's not something that anybody here would agree to, that's fine. But if it's consent is sexy. Consent is great. If you have full informed consent on the things that you're doing, there is nothing wrong with the configuration. It doesn't mean that people have to participate in it. Trevor could certainly make a decision here that he doesn't want to participate anymore because he personally is not interested in engaging in the configuration. But if Trevor says, okay, cool. Now, yes, I agree that the fact that they did not give Trevor full information on this is not particularly great. It comes off as skeevy in a lot of ways because of the fact that this guy didn't say at the outset, that's my wife up there. At the same time, he did tell him now. If that changes Trevor's perception of things, then Trevor can make a decision with what to do there. I mean, this is not a super clean-cut dealio here. Because, again, we do not have all the information necessary to make a good judgment on this, which is why I think it's important to talk about both options here. So, there are consensual, open, sexual, and non-monogamous relationships. They exist. I have a video on it on YouTube if anybody wants to learn more about them. But their boundaries and their rules are their boundaries and their rules. And we've been headcanoning this to the so far that this has all been consensual. If we get information that suggests otherwise, then yikes. Pushy Seeker, That Guy Corbin, and Who Girl Blue, thank you very much for the subs. I appreciate that very much. And Crazy Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Those of you that stuck through the raid, thank you so much for sticking through the raid. I really do appreciate it. All right, so let's see if we get more information here.
I was standing out in front of? Yeah. You remember it? Okay. Well, that's my old place, and it's in foreclosure. But, well, if something was to happen in the place, some gas gets spilled, I'd still get the full value in the insurance. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand.
I love you. I'm real glad that you fucked my wife. Oh, by the way, there's a can of gas in my car that you can take. Okay?
So it's really interesting. We just saw Trevor's judgment of this. So there is a tendency for people to look at non-monogamous relationships as less than monogamous relationships. And that is something we see almost across the board. And it's often because we see monogamous relationships overrepresented, and because they're seen as the ideal, and because poly and non-monogamous relationships get misrepresented more often than they are accurately represented. So Trevor's judgment of this is that this guy must be in a shitty, sad marriage if this is something that's happening, right? He looks at him with pity. When again, we don't have enough information to know if that is something that is to be pitied, because it could be something for the two of them is incredibly empowering. we have to check our biases at the door with stuff like this, particularly when we run into things that are misrepresented or underrepresented. It's okay if we personally wouldn't want to engage in a certain situation, but to immediately jump like Trevor does even there to look at him and be like, Jesus, man, you're all effed up, is a way of marginalizing folks that engage in ethical non-monogamy. And again, we don't know. Trevor could ask. He could ask all the questions he wants to ask. Like, I'm getting pulled into more than I realized. I would like to ask more questions. In which case, Trevor's entitled to the answer to those questions. If the guy doesn't want to give answers to those questions, then yeah, it starts to seem shadier, and then Trevor says, all right, I don't want to engage anymore. But this is more complicated than it appears to be on the surface.
Please be careful with my car.
Gasoline, check.
You been swimming in some hell toilet?
And again, I mean, you are all, as chat, you are all asking valid questions. And the tricky part about doing these analyses is that I don't have the ability to ask Trevor these questions. We don't have the ability to get into Trevor's mind and understand what that actually was. Right? Like, my observation that he pities the guy, I mean, it comes from a little bit of observing Trevor and how he responds to certain people. I could be entirely wrong. Right? My way of looking at it is just one way of looking at it. It could be that he sees this guy as submissive and doesn't respect it. It could be that he is just looking at this guy's jumbled mess being like, man, I'm glad I'm not this guy. Like, it could be any number of things. The reason that I'm focusing in on the relationship dynamic is because that's the aspect of this that Trevor has gotten pulled into. He got pulled into, well, and agreed to enter a sexual relationship with this guy's wife without realizing that it was his wife. Whether that changes anything is really on Trevor. Again, because we've been assuming to this point that what this woman is doing in that motel room is something that she is consenting to along with her husband. But it could be any of the other things that people have asked about in chat, and it's unfortunate we do not get a chance to ask Trevor.
But this situation couldn't get any more messed up. If I'd known she was his wife, I would... Nah. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, see, right? So Trevor said, yeah, who am I? It doesn't change anything for me that it's his wife. It gave him pause. He wasn't expecting that.
Tony, hey, it's me, bud. Listen, there's a gas grill out by the pool. Now you light that up, and I'll be able to see the fireworks from here. Now you do this for me, and you will see just how grateful Mrs. Bernstein can really be.
Leave it to me. Just feed her up a bit, will ya?
Yeah, again, it's tricky because they are talking about it like they would talk about livestock. That could, I'm not going to belabor this any further, but like that could be something that they're okay with. It could be something that they've agreed to. It also might not be. It could be that this guy has massively objectified his wife and is using her as a tool. That could be the case. And if that is the case, then Trevor continuing to engage, I think, perpetuates a power system that is likely abusive or at the very least problematic. Right? Like that them talking about her in that way is a bit objectifying, which if they are in a conventionally healthy relationship, you generally don't see a lot of objectification, although you certainly can at times with sexual engagements because that's something that people are into and they agree to. Right? We just don't know. But that starts to get the wheels turning a little bit in the direction of, like, maybe this isn't so great.
How can it be wrong when it feels so right?
Well, that's called dissonance, Trevor. The wrong turn. Because I can't get off these damn highways. The hell? I swear, we have some of the best conversations. God damn it. Some of the best conversations when we least expect it. I'm also doing all this crashing with a tank of gasoline in my car. Not great.
Okay, time to light the grill.
Yes, indeed.
All for you, Mrs. Bernstein.
The infinite gas can. Wish I had one of these right now.
Nice place, but give me the Billingsgate Motel any day. You know, Trevor, you could just go to a prostitute.
Good.
Okay, that's gonna attract attention. I should probably get out of here.
Probably a good idea. Oh boy. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's get his car out of here. Wouldn't. Oh boy.
White male adult seen fleeing the area. Suspect is considered armed and dangerous. Approach with extreme caution.
Armed and dangerous? Who's armed and dangerous? Not me. I'm not armed and dangerous. I'm armed.
Oh, wow. I'll pray for your soul.
I'm just a guy who plays tennis on his day off from work. In his jeans and boots and
Josh Bernstein, Realty.
I hear that property on Eclipse is hot right now.
Excellent. Let me speak to my better half about schedules, and we'll get back to you.
okay. Alright. Cool. Sounds good, Josh. Sounds good. We'll talk soon. Okay. I believe we have done everything. So let's go to Michael's. We're basically right here. What do you think? Or maybe... Do you think Trevor can... Trevor's any good at tennis? Trevor doesn't strike me as a tennis kind of guy.
Jeez.
What, does the mere sight of me freak you out? Look at this guy wearing his golf glove while he's not on the course. Yikes.
Ah, come on. Here's a case for bringing
I don't know who you're trying to impress, buddy. What's up, Itchabum? Alright. In we go. Yeah, I can see Trevor playing hockey. He's also from Canada.
Hey, man.
Fuck. What do you want?
I'm your friend. I don't want anything, man. Come on, your company's good enough, huh? Same as always.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that.
So, family ain't back yet, huh?
Nope.
Oh, she's a goddamn fool, man.
Despite all the chaos of these last few weeks, I think I finally figured it out. I know,
No?
sounds ridiculous.
No, actually, it does not sound ridiculous, you know? Because you're a killer. You know? You are a man of action. You do not sit on couches, you take scores. You're back, man. We are back. All right? All we gotta go do is bust out Brad, and then we're golden, man. Franklin, he makes us multicultural. Lester makes it cyber. We're like modern America. We just get ourselves a gay friend. Bam!
No, it's not it. I got money. It just makes you miserable. I want to make movies.
Great. It's great. And, so where exactly does this leave me in the second act of your life?
We're gonna do this last big job, and then we're gonna dissolve the partnership.
Oh. That's gonna hit Trevor right in the kisser. We're gonna dissolve the partnership. Now, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, it makes sense. This is what we talked about when we were on the beach after we did the whole boat thing and blew up the bridge. This is how Michael has been looking at his relationship to Trevor all along. In some ways, I can at least acknowledge and admire the fact that Michael is being forthcoming about that. That's a big shot to the kisser on Trevor. And that's very intentional language. I don't think that's something that Michael just says willy-nilly. That is language that demarcates a boundary. And I do think, to an extent, that Michael has a hard time setting clear boundaries with Trevor. He tends to do it in a roundabout, passive, languagey type way, as opposed to just saying, dude, Trevor, I have no intention of being friends with you. It's going to sting. So his reaction here is going to be really interesting to see.
This is not a game to me. All right, this is a fucking way of life.
I got a fucking family.
Yeah, well, I got nothing. No one gives a fuck about me.
I do.
Oh, fuck you.
Trevor has Trevor has every right to be mad. He has every right to be mad. Okay, so this is... But now, I'm going to set the table again. I'm going to set the table again because, like with the last engagement we saw between Michael and Trevor, we're going to take the empathic approach to each of them. Trevor, I think, is the easier one to empathize with here. We look at Trevor, we say, this guy wants his friend back. This guy has found another sense of purpose. He's got his mentor, his parent, his buddy, however you want to conceptualize it, and he's been trying really hard to reconnect with him and let bygones be bygones after feeling abandoned for the last 9 years. Michael has been in the seat of dissonance really for the entirety of this game. Ever since he pulled Madrazo's house off the hill, it has just been dissonance central for Michael. He is straddling two ideas. There's the fulfilling purpose that he has from his old life, which we've talked about throughout the playthrough, where he gets to be the leader, people care about him, people want to connect with him. He has a sense of purpose. It's exciting, it's novel. It provides opportunity. And then he also has this retired, idealized idea of what his family should be and is. But it's a family that he doesn't really know how to connect with. He doesn't know how to facilitate those relationships with his wife and children. So he's constantly rocking back and forth between, well, there's this old context that I don't want to be involved with that fulfills more of the relational aspects of my life. And then there's this new context that is nowhere near as interesting and involves, but it's also more stable, but it involves work into relationships that I am not used to doing and well equipped to do at the current moment in time. And I also am I am externally reassured or validated that I'm a piece of shit by my family. I am reassured as being somebody who is awesome in this other context with Trevor. Like, he essentially has the relationship with Trevor that he wishes that he had with his wife and with his children. So why does Michael say this the way that he does to Trevor? Well, I think Michael right now is feeling that. I think Michael wants to connect with Trevor. He thinks that he's important, but he also knows that connecting with Trevor means connecting with some of these other aspects of his life he doesn't want to connect with. So he goes to distance. He injects distance in the relationship with Trevor by saying, I'm dissolving the partnership. That's a very easy way for him to separate himself from Trevor and move the emotional intimacy away, which is, I think, a safer zone for Michael. But then he sees Trevor get amped, and because he cares about Trevor, which I believe him when he says that, he tries to, like, close the gap with Trevor, but it's in a way, I think, to try to just make Trevor feel better about the decision he's made, not because he's actually trying to connect with Trevor, because Michael has been so steadfast about what he wants to do. And I think that's why Trevor responds the way he does, by saying, fuck you, because he can feel that. Like, yeah, you care about me. You can say that. You can say all sorts of things, but your actions are not suggesting that. And you literally just told me you're going to dissolve the partnership. So Trevor's implicit message here is, so what is it? And I think Michael's answer to that, if we really got deep down into him, is, I don't know. I actually don't know. And so I'm trying to hold both lines here in a way that's not sustainable because they just don't line up. So it's like, what do you want, Michael? Do you want connection and purpose? Or do you want hard work that could lead to potential connection and purpose? And maybe he wants to set this boundary with Trevor. I'm not suggesting that Michael has to be friends with Trevor just because Trevor wants it. Like, I want to be very clear about that. If Michael is not invested in being in a relationship, friendship or otherwise, with Trevor, he has every right to set that boundary and say, I don't want to do that. He has every right to do that. But he also needs to be clear and direct with Trevor. You can't be doing this doublespeak Because when you send mixed messages to people, it scrambles them. And that's, I think, why Trevor's emotional intensity went up here. Neither one of these guys is right or wrong in what they want, but they have to develop communication here to be able to problem solve this. And right now, the two of them just get so lit up by each other that they have a hard time communicating in an effective way.
Ew. I saw your grave. I mourned you. And then it turns out that everything I fucking thought about you was wrong. Everything. You're not dead, and you're not a man.
Well, what the fuck are you?
I'm your fucking nightmare!
Yeah, enough with your goddamn threats!
That's a really... Rockstar, that's a hell of a line there. It's a hell of a line. Because we've been teed up all through this game to see that line from Trevor, I'm your nightmare, as meaning I'm this unhinged sociopath that you don't know how to control. That is not what I think Trevor means there. At all. At all. I think the reason that Trevor identifies as being Michael's nightmare is because Trevor is the closest, in their relationship anyways, to observing reality. And I think the nightmare for Michael is that every time he looks at Trevor, he has to look in the mirror. I think that's what makes it really difficult for Michael, because when he looks at Trevor, he knows that he's being held accountable for how he actually is behaving and what he actually is saying. And Michael struggles to allow himself to invest and identify with that. I'm your nightmare because I force you to look at the reality of your situation. That's what this whole relationship essentially has been since they got back together. Trevor, I think, idealizes certain aspects of Michael, but he idealizes aspects of Michael that Michael doesn't connect with, which is why I think there's a distance between Michael and Trevor. Trevor sees Michael as powerful, as direct, as capable of making decisions, as somebody who is a good caretaker. None of those things are identifiers that Michael connects with. So when Trevor says these things, Michael pushes against them. Because Michael's core narrative is that he's a piece of shit. Well, then he treats Trevor, he pushes Trevor to his limit, and then it reaffirms for him that he's a piece of shit because now Trevor's hurt. I mean, their dynamic is really something to parse out, and they would be very difficult to work with. Not in a bad way, just in a complexity way. Munchie, I'm very sorry to hear that, friend.
Let me just ask you something. All right, something I've been thinking about. Up in North Yankton, exactly who was buried in your place?
I never gave it any thought.
Oh.
You know what I'm thinking?
I had no clue.
You treacherous piece of shit! You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead!
Oh, fuck. Trevor! Hey! T!
Oh, boy.
You!
Hey, come on, where you going?
You know where I'm going! Fuck you!
You don't need to go all the way to North Yankton to find out what I can tell you over a couple beers back in my house. Come on, we'll order pizza.
Fuck you! Fuck your pizza! Fuck everything it stands for!
This is insanity!
Oh, no. No, it's clear and reasoned thought. Finally.
Come on, come back, we'll talk.
I'm not gonna listen to another one of your lies.
Hey, I'll lay it all out for you, everything. Turn around.
I'm going up there to see it for myself.
You'll be disappointed.
Oh, I'll be something.
It'll be an anticlimax. The grave's empty. Just a bag of sand, something like that. Just smoke and mirrors.
Oh, the lies! How do you do it, man? The game is up.
I'm trying to save you a trip.
You've done me enough favors, buddy, all right? Save your fucking breath.
Trevor, come on.
Fuck you, Michael. Soon enough, I will.
Oh, boy. Trevor is not an idiot. Trevor is very, very smart. And I have no doubt has reached a point where he was able to deduce what went on. I think he's probably been engaging in some active denial because of how hurtful it is to process the fact that the body was Brad. I think Trevor knows it. So when he asked Michael that question, who is in the grave? That was not a question about who is in the grave. That was, Michael, to what extent do you trust me? And to what extent do you see me as intelligent and valuable to you? And as soon as Michael lied to him, it gave him everything he needed to know about the relationship he has with him. It just confirmed all of the things that Trevor has likely been worried about since he came back into Michael's life. So, if Michael continues to view Trevor as an unhinged sociopath. And so he doesn't tell him that Brad's in the grave because he's worried about what Trevor will do without realizing that if Trevor already deduced that, you are in way worse shape if you lie to him. Trevor respects truth, authenticity, and reality. That has been a constant throughout this game. And Michael's either unwillingness or inability to observe that in Trevor because he's too wrapped up in his preconceived notions is really tragic. Because if Michael would just take a second and pay attention to Trevor, he would have known that telling him the truth there was a good idea. And then, when he doubles down here and says, you're only going to find a bag of sand, that just drives the knife even farther in. Michael is so scrambled and worried about what's going to happen that he is not attending to the reality of this situation, which is that he completely screwed this up by lying and then now doubling down on that lie. And Trevor knows it. And so now Trevor has all the leverage in the relationship with Michael. And now he can play the unhinged part as a way to lord that power over Michael and feel like he's got some influence over him and sort of free himself of the internalized influence that Michael's had on him. This is going to be a hell of a trip. I have no idea where this is going. This is going to be wild. Michael knows somebody's been writing letters from Brad. Yes. Oh, boy.
Trevor? It's great to,
There a plane I can use? Get me across country?
Sure. We got one fueled up for a trip south of the border.
I'm taking it.
Is everything okay, man?
Everything is not okay. Nothing has ever been okay, but I gotta see it for myself. I'm gonna see an old friend, all right? You're where I think you are, buddy. I don't know why I didn't see it. I guess I didn't want to. Fuck! Maybe I knew all along. I'm gonna find out for sure, and I'm gonna do something about it. There's always something wrong with that job. What went down after, I guess. I guess I wanted to believe fucking flea circus! Idiot!
I'm sorry, Trevor.
You can hear the pain in his voice, especially when he was asking for the plane. Now, Trevor has never, as far as we know, had a influence in his life that has allowed him to access sadness or some of the softer emotions in a meaningful way. And you can hear it in his voice. You can hear as the threshold of sadness comes up that he channels that and redirects it into an expression of aggression, which is what a lot of people do if their vulnerable emotional experiences are not cultivated properly or well. I shouldn't say properly, I should say well. Trevor is acting from a space of deep hurt, deep sadness. And maybe he would do the same thing if he engaged with that sadness. I'm not suggesting that, you know, he needs to pull off to the side of the road and cry, although that would be probably a better decision than if he was going to go try to hurt somebody or hurt himself. Like, there are good coping strategies for this. Trevor deciding to channel this into flying up to Canada to go see if that's Brad, I think it's perfectly reasonable. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. My hope for Trevor would be that he could engage a bit with some of that sadness. And I think Ron is next to Michael, the closest person to somebody that he's able to access that with. And I think that's why he called Ron. And I think that's also why he was willing to share a little bit more about his experience while Ron just sat as a bystander in it. But this is a really critical moment for Trevor because he's hurting and nobody is available to him. And that is a confirmation of how he was raised. This is absolutely where Trevor's attachment comes from. And now all of this is culminating into severe adversity and distress, and he has nobody available to him to be consistent and reliable, except in some ways for Ron. But I don't know that Ron is somebody that Trevor idealizes or respects enough to really make a difference in how Trevor processes these things. This is very sad. And I say that from an empathic space, not in a judgy, this is so sad kind of way. Is it bad that I relate to Trevor? No. I mean, it sucks that that was your lived experience, but no, there's nothing wrong with identifying with Trevor. I'm sure there are many people who will watch this who will absolutely identify with Trevor. Many of us grow up with unstable caregiving relationships that are unavailable, and what people learn to do is to take care of themselves, and that is what Trevor has done. So it was intensely vulnerable for him to let Michael take care of him at the point in his life when he let Michael do that. And I think that's why he feels so deeply connected to him. Now, if you're watching this and you're interested about the attachment aspect of this, I do recommend that you check out my video on YouTube about attachment theory. I have a 2-hour lecture that goes into explaining attachment theory in a way that is digestible to a lay audience. So if you're interested in a little bit more in what I'm talking about here, about Trevor becoming self-reliant in the face of caregivers being unavailable to him, that's going to give you a lot more information, more than I will provide in this playthrough. All right, we're going to Canada. This is going to be something. Light up to North Yankton. Oh, wow. Yep. Black Hood, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. This is a hell of a pilgrimage here. So this is going to be a chance to grieve Brad for Trevor. And this is also going to be a real reality check and reckoning as it relates to his relationship with Michael. Really wish we were doing this during the day. We are actually flying to Canada. Wouldn't Michael be terrified right now? He knows what Trevor's capable of? Yeah. I mean, I would argue that Michael should be worried. Now, if Trevor, you know, hurts Michael or kills him, that's not okay. I'm not going to advocate for that. At the same time, I mean, whatever anger and frustration that Trevor has is in a lot of ways is Michael's doing. Shit, T, there's some Chinese guys looking for you, asking where you're flying. I think it's Ching's people. I didn't tell them where you were going. I swear I didn't. Thanks, Ron. Man, a little nighttime storm. Flashing light warning. I didn't realize Canada was so close to Southern California. Here we go.
Who you got in here, huh? As if I need to ask.
Hey, you're wasting your time.
Is that why you flew out here? Huh? Tell me I'm wasting my time?
Go ahead, dig it up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's what you look like. The guy who doesn't give a shit.
That's ridiculous.
How long are you gonna keep lying for, Mikey, huh? When's it gonna stop? What happens in the dark comes out in the light.
I'll give it a rest, Trevor. There's nothing there.
This is it. Moment of truth.
Man. I get it. I do understand Michael's reticence. This is a moment that so many of us, at many times in our life, will run into, which is, do I perpetuate a lie to save face, or do I tell the truth at the risk of experiencing a sense of shame and potentially upsetting people around me? If you have respect for the people around you, lean into the discomfort and tell the truth, especially if the person is being as clear as Trevor is that they know the truth. Michael, no pun intended, is digging himself a huge hole right now. He's trying to save face. He's probably trying to avoid the guilt narrative he's constructed around this, the sadness about the loss of Brad, and whatever other emotional experience he's had over these last 9 years. As soon as Michael admits that this is Brad, he has to lean into a lot of emotions that he has stuffed down. And is it painful? Yes. But there is a real opportunity for Michael to connect with a person who is still available to him and cares about him in Trevor. And he is actively choosing not to do that to avoid the shame and the intensity of those emotions. Sometimes, friends, the truth is worth the discomfort that you experience in telling it. Let Trevor decide how he wants to react to the truth. rather than trying to police his boundaries for him. That's essentially what Michael's doing. Trevor looks at him with the shovel and says, this is the last moment. He's giving Michael ample opportunity to show him that he has even a monochrome of respect for him. And every time Michael lies to his face, he's showing Trevor, I don't respect you, and I don't care about your emotional experience about this. And there are some that might say, well, maybe Michael cares too much, and that's why he's not willing to do it. That doesn't really work. Because if you're Trevor in this situation, the impact of that is way more harmful than the intent. This is an opportunity for these two men to grieve together, and they're not going to do it because Michael is trying to save face.
As if I didn't know. Brad!
Look, we do what we gotta do to survive.
Oh, Michael! Michael! Oh, this is so painful. It's so painful, but it's also so relatable. This is what happens when you... This is why it is so important to address what you project onto other people. Right here. He is so afraid. Michael is so afraid that his narrative of himself being a asshole psychopath is true. He's so afraid of it that he has built in all of these justifications. And the justification he's probably about to share with Trevor is true. You do have to do what you have to do to survive. Trevor knows this. The whole problem with this is that he's treating Trevor like a delicate child who doesn't understand things. Trevor understands things. He is intelligent and he is down to earth. This is so about Michael's psyche and him trying to build this story about who he is. He doesn't want to let Trevor down here. He wants to be the guy who made the good decision, who made the hard decision, who people can rally behind, who did what he had to do, who got them out of there. Trevor already sees him that way, and because Michael's not willing to listen to him when he does, because he gets in his own way with his projections, he's going into this being like, I'm a piece of shit, and I have to make sure I get out in front of that. With the one person in his life who is consistently holding him into that reality. It's brutal to watch. It doesn't pay off to save face at the expense of your meaningful relationships almost ever. Because even if you do wiggle past it, it's going to be real hard to sleep at night. This is why Michael has nightmares and why he doesn't sleep well at night. Because he's trying to perpetuate a story rather than acknowledge reality.
This thing, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to.
Oh, and how was that, huh? With Brad in the can and me in the ground, or both of us in the coffin?
Brad got shot. You saw it. He didn't make it. I got shot. I did. That's it.
I think the only thing that didn't go as planned was me showing up on your doorstep 10 years later. Mikey, I mourned you.
And I missed you. But I got a fucking family, Trevor. We were all gonna die. He did die.
You reptilian motherfucker!
I didn't want it to come to this.
Yes, you did! You just don't have the fucking balls to do it! But I do!
I got more to lose than you.
Never a truer word has been spoken, brother. Now pull the fucking trigger! You ain't got the guts.
Take the fucking shot!
Who is that? Fuck! Fuck!
John Phillips! Mr. Cho has requested a word! Hey, ho, I'm not the guy you're looking for! Hey,
He's over here, he's over here.
Boyfriend.
Neither one of them wanted to survive that engagement. I know it's obvious because they both said as much. So they both wanted it to end there. I think it's a little dramatic, but Trevor lost Michael there. Michael is, it seems, the only meaningful relationship he's had. And so kill me. You already did. I mean, you basically took away the last thing that I was hoping for, which is that you, Michael, would respect me, that you would be proud of me for finding you, that you would be, it would be meaningful to you that I mourned you and your death, that I memorialized you with a tattoo on my arm. That despite all the bullshit in your life, everything that you ever went through, no matter how big of a piece of shit you think you are, I'm there by your side. It is the ultimate ride or die. And Michael lies straight to his face and dismisses him and says, basically, you mean nothing to me. And so Trevor's like, I got nothing left. I got nothing left now. Go ahead. And Michael, same thing. I think deep down feels terribly that he has handled this the way that he has. But because he won't acknowledge it, he'd rather have, and I don't say this phrase lightly, the easy way out of this, which would be for Trevor to kill him. Because Michael's got a lot of rebuilding to do in every aspect of his life. He keeps talking about how he has a family. Well, does he really want to do the work to get that family back? I have no idea. His family is standing right in front of him in some ways in this gravesite. Family that goes back even longer. And if family is something that's that important to Michael, which he was reiterated over and over and over again, then you would think that he would afford more energy to Trevor. Michael's also lost everything. And so both of them is like, come on, give me the easy way out of this. Pretty powerful moment. And maybe it was one of Chang's men that shot at Trevor. I don't know. It might not have been Michael.
Motherfucker.
Let's have a talk.
Let's have a talk, he says as he shoots at me.
Who are your friends, T?
There's nowhere to hide.
Fuck off! How many they got in this van? You started this!
Give it up.
Oh, hey, back off! You're on ice, prick!
You are going nowhere, mister.
Me and Trevor, we ain't friends no more!
Really understand why these guys are on our asses like this.
Hey, you got the wrong guy! Ah, you want a boyfriend, huh? They're all dead! You're way off, assholes!
Jesus.
You're making a mistake!
God, there's so many.
We could have teamed up!
Holy shit, man.
Hey, can't we do this where the weather's better?
Surrender, please. Come on.
I ain't got anything against you people!
This is it for you.
You're out of your element! Trevor, you dick!
You are screwed. Give it up.
Fuck off, you confused pieces of shit! He's getting away! You started this!
Oh, come on.
How many they got in this van? Hey, go fuck yourself!
Go. Come on, start.
Trevor.
Fuck! You got nowhere to go, boyfriend.
All right.
Get out the fucking car.
Damn. Now will Trevor go back for Michael?
Trevor Phillips Industries.
Mr. Phillips, this is Wei Chang. You know my eldest son, Tao?
Yeah, the ex-nut. Backed out of a contract we agreed on. How is he?
Still learning the ropes, thank you. My friends miss you in North Yankton. I was hoping we could talk.
Ha! Was that your people? Ah, of course. Sorry I had to cut out.
Your operation causes problem for me. I want to expand into Blaine County, but your business and your temperament prevent me from making inroads.
Oh, well, too bad. I don't know what you can do about that.
I've already done something. We have your lover.
Whoa. My lover?
Michael DeSanta. You live in your trailer together with the maid, and then you were alone in that big house. Well, you're clearly very close. You know, how much will you give up for his safety?
My lover! Yeah, right! It's a tough break. I never want to double-cross a friend and put him in danger, but you gotta do what you gotta do. My business ain't going anywhere.
I'm serious about this. He will die.
Tell him I love him dearly.
Uh-oh. How's that for a landing? That was sexy, man. That was real sexy. Straight out of Flight Simulator there. We gotta go to, well, why don't we just go ahead and turn this baby around and let's make our way back to Los Santos, I suppose. All right. Put some tunes on. All right, and I'm gonna just say, as this is a great opportunity for me to do so, I appreciate you all very much, whether you're watching this on Twitch Live or whether you're watching the VODs on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting my content and my channel. It means a lot to me. Make sure that you hit the like button. Again, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate those of you that support the stream financially with subs, with memberships on YouTube, if you've purchased any merch at drmick.store, or if you listen to my music on Spotify, Apple Music, or if you've purchased any merchandise at the store. Thank you for that as well. I'm really grateful for it. I like 1005, Zine. That's a good number. Good solid number. But I really do appreciate y'all. I hope my analysis is meaningful. As always, I'm not trying to act like I know everything in this game. I understand that my perception is my perception. It doesn't mean that it's the truth.
Ooh, Patricia, Mrs. Madrazo.
Trevor, oh, I miss you. All you boys.
Miss you too. I can't speak for the other boys.
You're such good friends.
It's a bit more complicated than that. Actually, Michael and I, not speaking.
Old friendships cannot be replaced.
Hey, how are you? Is Martin looking after you?
He's here. I've got to go.
Oh, no. Oh, man. What a meaningful phone call to receive for Trevor. It's hard for me to know, Zeno. Hard for me to know.
Flying in restricted airspace. Turn around immediately.
Kiss my ass. Uh-oh. This is gonna get nasty.
You ain't too smart, are you?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. Trevor, don't get in the plane, dude. Let's go. Time to go. I'm leaving. I'm leaving in an orderly fashion. Look at me. I'm the 5-0 now. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Drive, Trevor, drive. Come on, buddy. Go. 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 Oh, God. The chopper's gonna see me. No! I don't know how to dive. Son of a bitch. I'm in big trouble now. I'm in big trouble now. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We're gonna have to go. Man. God, we're at 4 stars. This is gonna... Oh, shit. Alright. Well. Oh, it's Q? Well. I get all my shit taken. Nope, they gave me my guns back. Of course they did. Well. I suppose I should have expected that in some ways.
Oh my God! Come on, my dear. Walking's fun.
Is this your first GTA 5 playthrough? Basically. I played it back in 2013 when it first came out, but I don't remember, like, any of it. Been a long time.
Lamar Davis. What's up?
I'm part of the team. That's what's up.
Team? I don't do teams.
Devin Weston's car stealing team? The one Frank's running.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Hey, look, I boosted the ride. I'm about to meet your boy Franklin, and I need your ass to pick up the Packer, meet us outside the garage, and we taking these motherfuckers up to Palito Bay.
All right, buddy. Fine. That's a long trip.
Collect the car. Can do.
I caught you going to Honkers.
Nice to have Lamar back. It's been too long since we talked to him. That guy just ran that red light.
Gangsters move.
Oh. What up, LD?
He waiting at the garage.
The boost, homie. How did it go? Any problems?
You know me, fool.
Yeah, I do know you, fool.
So what you think? Smooth as silk.
I'm thinking where the blood stains and the bullet holes and shit.
Man, fuck. That amateur shit behind me, I'm a professional now. Like you and them old dudes.
So tell me what happened.
I saw the ride, I took the ride. No drama.
No security. No one saying, who the fuck is this gangly motherfucker doing in my car?
Nothing.
That's worrying, man. That's some shady ass shit.
Man, chill.
I kind of agree, Franklin. Driving into a firestorm here.
Wow, nice car.
Be careful. Line it up on the truck.
What, landing planes?
Hey, yo, Franklin. What it do, family? Oh, fuck.
It's like working my days in the car wash. Get it on the track. You could have parked this better for me, Trevor.
That's team work, motherfuckers.
Boss man's happy, then we'll get moving.
And this old bust-ass nigga ain't no boss.
Enough, nigga. Get your ass in the truck. Let's go.
Sonora Freeway, past Paleto Bay.
And do.
Hey, it's cozy in here.
Scooch up, homie.
Yeah, scooch over here.
Scooching in that crazy dude? Oh, hell no, that nigga stink.
Get over here. I don't bite.
That ain't what I heard. All cannibalistic and shit.
Frank, what you been telling him?
I say what I see, homie. You dig on man meat.
Rumor and hearsay. We got a long way to go. I'd get comfortable.
All right, nigga, but don't try nothing.
How far is it?
And this thing? Yeah, about 4 hours.
Shit.
It's your operation, Slick.
Shit, if you all right driving, I'ma catch up on some sleep.
Go for it.
It's all right being the boss. Meant to be running things, but this fool's sleep.
Yeah, I'll be asleep when your ass stop talking, nigga.
Some boss. Hey, man, where that other dude? The dude that creeped on that dude.
Michael, his creeping days are done.
Well, what you mean? He stopped creeping?
No more creeping for him.
He, like, retired from creeping?
From everything.
That's funny, because, like, the boy Frank didn't mention shit about that.
Oh, Franklin really did pass out.
I don't even know the dude, but considering the mutual acquaintances we got, I would have liked an invite to the retirement party.
There weren't no party.
No party?
I used the term retirement euphemistically.
Homie, for a dude that kills dudes and eats dudes and fuck dudes, you talk fruity.
It's unconfirmed.
What's unconfirmed? The fact that you talk stupid or the fact that you do some messed up shit? Or where the other dude's at? Like, maybe he's dead.
The last one.
Oh, shit, man. Fuck. Do Frank know about this?
I don't know if Franklin knows, but let's just let him sleep.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But, you know, he wasn't the good guy he made out.
Man, dude was a killer, a thief, a liar, and irritable as shit.
Yeah, a liar. Above all else, a fucking liar.
Homie, you sound like some bitch he ain't called. Like, oh, he lied to me.
I am some bitch he didn't call for 10 years.
That was ballsy, dude. Holy shit. What a thing to say to him. Oh my god. Lamar, you gotta be careful, man. You can't just be saying shit like that to to people about stuff that's important to them. That was wow. Now, at the same time, I think it works because, again, Trevor appreciates authenticity and truth and reality, and Lamar just did that. I mean, he's not lying, and so I think in a lot of ways, Trevor can respect it. These are the ways you learn about people. Look at how they respond to certain things. Good for Lamar for taking a shot there. He's lucky he did it with Trevor.
Man, he fucked you. The fucker got fucked. Damn. He fucked the fucker himself.
Shut up.
Man, the first time's always special. I hope he was gentle with you.
Enough
Careful,
of that.
Lamar. Yeah.
And enough about me fucking. I don't do that. As a rule. Maybe when I got to LS, I was a little overwhelmed by the place. I got a little out of control. But that ain't who I am, for the most part.
But the Michael fucked you.
Yeah. The Michael fucked me. And the Michael fucked Brad. And the Michael ran off with the FIB.
Brad? Who the fuck is Brad?
Brad is our boy back from the day.
And Michael killed him?
Michael got him killed. He died when Michael faked his death. I thought Michael died and Brad was in the pen, when actually Brad was in the ground and Michael was in hiding.
And now Michael's dead and it's all okay?
Michael's current condition is unconfirmed. I said that.
But if he was dead, you'd be cool because of this Brad dude who died whenever.
Yes.
Man, I thought you and Michael were tight.
So did I.
Okay, that make a lot of fucking sense.
It's a lonely old road, ain't it?
Lonely? Hey, I couldn't say. I mean, not really. A road's a road. It ain't got abandonment issues.
Truckers on the black top making do.
I don't need to make do. I need to make snaps on these rides.
Sure. Yeah, the time will come. It's what happens before we get paid is what? Franklin's asleep. It's just me and you.
What? What you trying to say? You want me to jack you off or something?
Jesus, no. God, no. Of course not. Unless...
Man, you's a sick fiend.
Just fiending for some friendship.
Friendship? Right, whatever, man.
It's just... truckers are a symbol of this country. No part of its mythology, like cowboys, gangsters, hobos, gangbangers.
Truckers are about the unsexiest myth I ever heard. Apart from hobos. Maybe tied with hobos.
Freedom. Loners in the night. You know what truckers do?
Cut up women and get other dudes to jack them off. Come to think about it, aside from not lugging freight around the country, you got about all the necessary prerequisites for a fine career in haulage.
No shame in that.
If you don't want to get paid or enjoy human contact.
Money's bullshit. So is friendship.
All right. I see you still touching.
How's Franklin doing over there?
I love it.
Oh, dude getting paid to sleep. Don't even worry about him.
Ah, the sleep of innocence.
So he like in charge on this one? You work for him?
He's a kind of figurehead. A puppet, if you like.
With Devin Weston's hand up his ass.
Right up to the elbow.
That dude, real shady.
Ooh, it's repulsive. But, well, once he's paid us, he can be whatever we want him to be.
What you want him to be?
I want him to be someone who understands that all the money in the world can't save him from a nasty guy who thinks he's an asshole.
Now that's something I want to see. So, tell me, man, how y'all end up meeting?
Michael introduced us. Me and Frank didn't exactly travel in similar circles.
Nah, I mean the creeper.
Michael? Ha! Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry, I don't want to reminisce. The wounds ain't healed.
You such a delicate little old bitch, ain't you? Where your pussy at? What you got in there? Screw.
I am honestly a bit surprised by Lamar being so brash. But I also... This is going to sound weird, but I also respect it. And I think Trevor does too. Because this is how Trevor controls engagements. And Lamar is... I don't know what Lamar's been up to, but I think it speaks to Lamar in relationship to Franklin versus Lamar in relationship to other folks. Like, I think this gives us more insight into Lamar's perception of Franklin more than anything else. This could be closer to how Lamar is. It looks like playful banter with Franklin because they go back so long and because they're friends. But the cadence is so much different with Trevor than it is with Franklin. With Franklin, he's slinging a lot of like respect, and they're doing it in a way that's like there's always that implicit uplifting jokiness with them. It could be that this is how Lamar has learned to, like, it may not be so much about Trevor. It could be that this is what Lamar has learned he needs to do in order to control an engagement with somebody who's white. Like, we've seen him be a little bit more brash with them. Like, he takes control. And again, I think it's just interesting to me. I don't have a really good way of articulating this. Like, it says something about his relationship to Franklin. Because Franklin brings out some of the, like, the goofy and this, like, idea that Lamar's kind of an idiot. Like, it's almost like Franklin is to Lamar, Franklin is to Lamar as Michael is to Trevor. Like, I think there's some bonding happening here in terms of like feeling left behind and feeling like the people that are important to you don't take you seriously enough. But there is definitely a shift in tone here with them that I would love to be able to ask Lamar about. I would love to be able to get some insight into that shift and point it out and see if he's aware of it.
Screw you. That's good. Let it out, homie. Go on, let it out. Vent.
The turd was probably playing me from the start.
Right, yeah. Probably. How he do it? Where? When?
All right. Fuck! I was running this small air freight outfit in North Yankton. A tiny operation. This one beagle I could borrow when I needed it. We were kids.
Man, it's just, oh, this is so cool. Lamar is also engaging. So beyond everything we just talked about, Lamar just did something for Trevor that nobody else seems to do for him, which is he's asking questions. He is showing curiosity. So many people take their preconceived notions about Trevor and they stop asking questions and they stop being curious because they think they have him figured out. Lamar, on the other hand, being somebody who doesn't often get the benefit of the doubt, I think is more willing to look at Trevor and be curious about his experience. And so he's asking questions. And Trevor, you can see him kind of going back and forth like, wait, what? Like somebody's asking me about myself? I don't want to, and then he shares. Because ultimately, I think he appreciates that Lamar is asking him curiosity-based questions. I can't think of another time in this game where Trevor was afforded the benefit of the doubt of curiosity. So this is a real moment here, I think, for the two of them, because Trevor is divulging information and self-disclosing to Lamar, which is inherently going to create some intimacy, but Trevor also just experienced massive betrayal in the relationship he was closest to, so he's going to maybe feel a bit skittish about that closeness, yet he does want to process these things because he recognizes it's important for him to do that. Like, there's a lot of convergence of important things happening here. And I commend Lamar for approaching Trevor with curiosity after he strong-armed him a little bit to show that he's not gonna back down out of this conversation. Like, it's really good stuff.
Kids with planes.
So, this guy I know says there's this other guy needs some hot cargo moved across the border. Money's good, and I don't know enough to check references, so I'm in. A few days later, I'm waiting on the runway, and I see this dust coming up off the road. Only it ain't one dust trail, it's two. I got told one guy in cargo. First car comes through the gate, stops, someone comes out. It's my age, just 20, kind of fat but strong underneath.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, something like that. Other car comes through the gate. Old guy falls out, starts yelling, waving his arms and pointing at the kid.
The dude that got jacked?
Who fucking knows? Fat guy's running, old guy's shouting. I don't really care. I play peacemaker, concerned citizen. I get close to the old guy and I pull out this flare gun I'm carrying around, squeeze the thing off in his eye.
Shit.
It was horrible. We had to pick up the body and dump it in a lake on the way. Thing was still burning in his head when we dropped him. Plane never smelt the same. Both of us threw up when we landed. It was quite a baptism.
You ain't never clapped nobody before?
Not really. Some deer, foxes, drifters. Nothing serious.
Ha! So that was like it? You and Michael rode it on through?
Más o menos. Michael didn't have the nerve back then. I didn't have the direction. Kind of worked.
Until Michael got his nerve.
Until he got it, and he lost it. But that's another story. So, tell me, man, what about you and Frank?
Oh, hell no, homie. It ain't...
That's how it works, right? You extend curiosity to somebody, you allow them to talk about themselves, and if they are interested and they see it as a closing the gap of intimacy, they will often return fire with questions. So that was obviously meaningful for Trevor because now he's extending some warm curiosity toward Lamar. Pretty cool.
Ain't like that. We ain't like y'all, you know, niggas don't get down like that. I mean, one time we was both fucking this bitch and I was about to go in and we kind of like touched dicks, but it wasn't even like a slap or nothing. I mean, man, it was like almost like a brush, you know? I mean, that shit, it wasn't nothing, homie. It wasn't even like awkward or nothing, Don't tell nobody.
That's how you met Franklin. Brushing cocks in an orgy.
It wasn't no orgy. Fuck, man, that was a three-way. And nah, we ain't meet there. Nah, wait, that wasn't Frank. That was JB in the three-way. Frank ain't into that. And he smoked crack now. JB, I mean, not Frank. So there you go.
Actually, man, you know what? I don't care where you and JB met or you and Franklin.
It was at school, motherfucker. Davis High. Me and Frank was always tight. Lanky and fatty. We was slanging together, then we was banging together, then we back to slanging. That's a young man game, you heard me?
Yeah, I heard you. But I don't really care.
Never enough for him, man. Didn't want to be a soldier, wanted to be the general. Didn't want to be a slanger, wanted to be the CEO. Running franchises and shit. Who franchising in the drug game?
Trevor Phillips Industries is who.
Who they? They got t-shirts?
It don't matter.
All right.
I love it. Beautiful night drive. Franklin passed out.
Wake up, you dozy motherfucker. One time was on a ride.
This is what happens when you fall asleep on the job. What you gonna do?
All right, shit. I'll handle this. If you keep driving, I'll use the JB700 to get rid of him. Devin's lawyer said there'd be some new hardware on board.
Hey, take this headset.
Keep the truck steady for Franklin. What's he doing? What are you doing, Franklin? What is Franklin doing? Holy shit. Oh, he's gonna use the rockets and shit on this thing? Oh man.
One time all over this shit. Man, let me see if I can get some of these cops off. Man, you brought the cops right to us, dawg.
Maybe you should have done the boost, Mr. CEO. Now get on this shit. Man, protect the motherfucking vehicles. You're not outrunning us. Get these rollers off us.
So many spikes. I'm working on it, Lamar.
Police is your problem, CEO.
The police sure have a hard-on for us.
Get rid of these cops quick, Come on, boss. Get them off us.
I got him off us.
Hello.
Hey, this Franklin. Franklin Clinton.
Mr. Clinton, sure. For the record, this falls under attorney-client privilege.
We got that shipment, you know? Cops was all over it, but we lost them. Where exactly you at?
Procopio truck stop. Get here soon.
We taking the rides to the truck stop at Procopio.
Roger that.
Hey, I'ma speak to the legal councilwoman. Get us paid.
Yeah, I heard about that CEO pay shit. Just make sure it's fair salary for the workforce, motherfucker.
Yeah, what he said.
You taken care of. Head back to town.
This was convenient.
Hello, Franklin.
Yeah, where Devin at? Somewhere meditating or ripping somebody off?
In light of the drama your efforts caused, we felt it was not perhaps the best idea for you two to be seen together for a while.
Where's the money?
Mr. Weston is one of the most brilliant investors the world has ever known. He's obviously a maverick, but he's also rigorous in his research.
Yeah, he may be brilliant. Look, let me be the first to tell you. He ain't gonna fall in love with your ass. Now where the fuck is my money?
The best thing that could have happened to you in this situation has happened. He is going to hold your money, invest it in his Alpha Fund, and make the funds available to you at a time as the transfer will not induce any undue attention.
Which is a polite way of saying I'm getting robbed? Are you fucking kidding me?
That is a short-sighted and frankly immature way of seeing things, Mr. Clinton. Let's go.
Yikes.
I boost cars and pop motherfuckers. Maturity is not really my fucking thing.
Not great. Not great. Yet again, Franklin not getting paid for a job. That's some bullshit. Well, friends, that was a fabulous run. I hope you enjoyed part 17. We had a nice little mixture of analysis and mayhem and craziness and laughs, and I have enjoyed these immensely. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you've made it this far on the YouTube video, again, please make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on or off. You'll get updates on when I drop the next video. If you're binging this, have fun watching the next one. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, hope to get it out to you very soon. But I really appreciate your support of my channel. Keep sharing it. And again, follow me on all the socials down below and join the Discord. Maybe pick up some merch if you feel so inclined. I will catch you on part 18.